Orchilias, where did you send your needs analysis final draft? Sa assignment?
Sa 1, ma'am, assignment.
16?
We 16, assignment.
16, okay. Let me see ha. 16 to, basin sa 17 yung manabutang ha.
Wala, ma'am, 16 assignment.
16 lagi. Orchilias, okay. Then, followed by Bakang. Bakang, ahani mo na send. Ahon si Bakang.
Wala pa. Wala pa, ma'am.
Sa email at ito niya na send ay. Montenegro.
Nakita ni ma'am?
Oo, naara. Montenegro. Ano final analysis? Na sila? Saan lang na. Kinsa na yung preschooler, 6 years old?
Ako
Umani mo ano?
Final
analysis lagi mo. May analysis ko din. Ay, nakakalabog. Ano ko man grades? Ay, ito. Iyaha dito balik. Dayon, quiz final, Montenegro, Mansera. Kinsa kawi, Mansera, Coronel. Alright, so we'll start in a bit. Kadyo lang ako pang ipang download. Oh, dapat lagi PDF inyong ipasa.
Lahir na yung Word o PDF, ma'am?
Kaya ang Word kay madit sa mga sa akong Chrome. Then ang Word kay mag-loading pa siya.
Next time.
Magtagsa-tagsa biya siya og kuan. Okay.
Next time na lang.
Sige, next time. Alright, so let's start and continue with Orchilias, right? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
you're going to present preschooler?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's start right away. Okay, go. You may now take the floor.
Needs analysis of a preschooler that needs to improve reading and writing skills. Student is male and female, and then 6 years old, and then wants to improve reading and writing skills in preparation for entering to the next year level. And the objectives are correct pronunciation of words, develop independent reading, and then proper balance between phonics and meaning of instruction, and then write letters of the alphabet and some high frequency words. And then by the end of these course, the student will be able to read and retell simple stories or informational text, recognize letters and letter sound matches, and then match spoken words with written ones, begin to write letters of the alphabet and some high frequency words. And then next is means of learning. Face-to-face discussion, strong reading materials and writing instruction, and the activities will be writing and posting a letter, matching letters and sounds, storytelling, and reading. So lesson 1 is training in alphabetic basis. So first is recognition and familiarize alphabet, and the second one is writing the alphabet from A to Z. And lesson 2 is proper balance between phonics and meaning of the instruction. So blending two letter sound, and then blending isolated sounds into words, and then breaking words into their components, and then spelling sound correspondence while reading. And then the next one is the last one of lesson 2 is identify pictures to be able to recite the words. And then lesson 3 is writing programs or Ang under niya is invented spelling, and then lesson 4, last one is independent reading. Reading text with a high proportion of words they could sound out, and then find joy and meaning in reading.
Oh, okay. Charot.
Patay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. It's very clear and concise, Archelias. Though I think you missed the learning needs sa bata. What are the prior knowledge of the students? Like, can they at least, you know, have this basic sight knowledge? Like, makakuha mo sila, like, kaning nga picture, cat, kaning nga word,
Ang
cat,
iyang
gani.
problema, ma'am, is kanang kung
Retention?
dili siya kakita sa sa sight word deficit ma'am kay kuan man kanang kung di siya kita sa
Dili
picture,
siya
di siya kabalo
kabalo.
sa word.
Okay.
Oo,
So,
dayon kanang ang isa ka sentence niya is himuon yang isa ka like for example, kanang dad lights the coals on fire nya iya kay dito na iya nang basahon og coal.
okay. So, walay
Kasi
pause.
dili niya makuan, basa niya
Okay.
individually.
Alright. So there you have it. The problem is, wala siya connection sa meaning, sa word. If ang retention man gud sa bata, if kabalo siya sa meaning, kita siya sa kasabutan na ma-retain din ang memory, ang information. Like for example,
Yes, ma'am.
if you practice like sounds, retention ang starting ani kay preschooler pa man ni 6 years old pa man. So pag makadungog na siya, what's the sound of the dog? Makayong na siya, aw aw, what's this animal? Aw aw, man siya dog, ana siya. So ang problema dili sa writing and reading. Kay bata pa man kayo ni. Pero anyway, it's a nice plan kay naman siya alphabet pod, pero naman mo to siya prior knowledge as you mentioned. So kabalo siya, gamay mo basa. Makuha niya, pero ang retention skills lang niya ang wala. Hinay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, buto siya atong i-develop. Kaya mo may pinaka-basic ani nga mga bata, mga preschoolers, right? Ang ilahang
Yes, ma'am.
retention skills man. So, mga activities like memory game, like sound, like word meaning, like sound meaning, ano siya? Or picture meaning, para makuha niya ba? But anyways, it's a very good plan. It's very well laid out. Mag-bright gid ang bata ninyo, makabasag gid ang bata man-taman. Okay, but anyways, thank you so much, Jiki. It's a very short and concise presentation and analysis. Thank you so much. You may now take the what's called this? The midterms exam, and you may now exit the Zoom meeting. See you on Monday.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, let's proceed with Bakang. Are you there, Bakang?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you send your analysis again?
Dira man siguro sa kwan, ma'am, or sa ako ra kung gi-email kay murag dili ko ka-send sa
Oh, because the one that I can see here in the quiz or in the assignment 16 section is, I think, katong pinakakara. Oh, wait, let me see. Let me go and check, ha? Picture, manggod siya. Picture. Ambot nga ng picture
Sir,
ni
nag-send
sir.
ko ato sa email, ma'am, oy kay dili murag dili ko kaano.
Lagi na sa kuan.
Hindi na ko ma-edit.
Sige, go. I'll look at the email that you send me and you may now start presenting. Go.
Sige, ma'am. My need analysis. It is a 9-year-old Arabian students who wants to learn English and Filipino for the improvement of their pronunciation. My learner's name is Aaron Sharma. He's from the Saudi Arabia. Aaron is 19-year-old and Aaron is a half-blood. So Aaron is a lack of speaking in English and he did not understand Filipino words. So kabalo naman siya tabas nagikan siya sa ano kay hina jud siya kan laban na sa Arab taga lain gawas siya. So Aaron his family permanently living in the Philippines in good because the father of Aaron is died of brain tumor. So later on, Aaron need to study and need the language for his study. So the language that we are using is speaking, and in the medium is speaking, writing, and reading. So the channel that to be used is face-to-face na ko siya ginatudloan kay para makakaton siya sa makadali ra kay siya maka-adapt sa klase namo
Mm.
klase namo pero ako siyang gikuanan sa subject niya nga duha ra ka vocal which is the English and the Filipino nga ginagid siya sa kuan sa pagdaway pag-pronounce sa English o kanang mga Filipino words niya usahay dili siya kasabot. So the learners use the language ay tapit. Kabaan ko ma. Tarim na.
Baan man ka?
Hana ko lapit.
Ano, nahanang kadapit. Nara
So,
kami kadapit.
Aaron is ang akong kuan sa ginatudlo ako siya sa classroom in order for to be able to participate in group activities and sa mga lessons na mo sa school ay in the classroom kay gina face to face na ko siya pag human sa mong discussion in a classroom kay para makasabot pud siya man ba dayon. Pero ang akong pa na to is akong strategy kay kuan kanang ako siyang sagol gyapon sa lain nga kuan para pud maka collaborate siya sa iyang mga classmates para pud maka-adapt siya sa unsay mga lingwahe o matudloan gyapon ako siya i-assess ra gyapon ako siya through face to face na mga discussion. I-separate na ko siya pag sa mga class. So, mao ko siya.
Alright. Okay, so Russian tutorial class kibali.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, alright. So it's very precise, no, and very concise. Thank you so much, Bakang, for your presentation. So, what's lacking in your presentation, I guess, is kanang very specific plan, like unsa ang yung i-tackle, unsa i-start lesson 1 para sa kuan ba other classmates nimo nga gikuan specific unsa nga part sa language asa ka mag-start, asa ka mag-end ana ba. For example, mag-start ka sa sight word recognition baka una like or meanings, word meaning baka ka nga mga activities ano bitaw. Okay? Hello. Hello. Bakang, are you there? Pilit naman si Bakang. Hello, girl.
May problema sa bakang, ma'am.
Okay. Well, anyways, thank you so much, Bakang. Hawa na gid siya. Thank you so much, Bakang. Okay, so once she gets back or once she message you, one of you guys, just tell her that she can now take the midterm exam and that she can, not necessarily get back to the Zoom meeting to present. Okay. All right, let's proceed to another presenter. Let's have Montenegro, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you may now take the floor. Go.
This is the improvement of communication skills in junior high school student. So my student is female, 16 years old, a junior high school student, and wants to improve her communication skills. So my objectives here is to improve the communication skills. The students will improve their pronunciation and improve her vocabulary learning. And then by the end of this course, the students should be able to communicate easily and they will be able to pronounce the word clearly. And then my means of learning is face-to-face or physical discussion, review of secondary English knowledge, reading more books, watching videos related in communication skills. The best example here is TED Talk. And then activities, role play, debate, and oral recitation. So my lesson 1, review of secondary English course, which is part of speech, sentence structures, and I give her a pre-test. And then my lesson 2 is enhancing vocabulary word. Identify the word using unfamiliar word in the sentence and making a poem. And then my lesson 3 is presentation, which is to present their poem with correct pronunciation of word, and then debate with the topic of studying grammar is more important than practicing conversation skills. And then my conclusion, studying English language is very important in order for us to communicate effectively to the others. Learning grammar is also make us more easier when it comes to communicating with other people who can't understand our native language. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, you're going to the target situation is for the improvement of
Yes, ma'am.
basic communication skills of the
Yes,
student.
ma'am.
All right. So you're going to review secondary courses, course of speech, sentence construction, and ngano ang pretest nimo na
Hello ba?
ulagi. Oh, background.
Nawala man ako na.
Oh,
Nawala
naman
ko.
ka.
Missing.
Okay, all right. But your presentation is done. It's okay na. Don't worry. I will. If you haven't heard the last part of my comment, you can watch it, because I will be uploading this screen record. But for now, you might not take the exam. Okay, and leave the
Thank you,
meeting.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right. So going back to
Thank you, ma'am.
Montenegro, imong
Yes,
pretest
ma'am.
girl kinaulahi girl. So when you say pretest,
Yes,
i-conduct na to
ma'am.
siya. I-conduct na to siya before sa class.
Yes, ma'am. Sa
Okay?
katong discuss
Oh,
natin. Yes, ma'am.
before the start, even before starting any lesson, discussion, and so on. So, pretest gina siya una. And then, identifying the word, uh, probably complex words ni siya. So, we have to be able to identify unsa na siya nga klaseng nga words, kaya daghan man klaseng nga words, basic sight words, complex words, and so on. So, if gusto
Okay.
ni sa student nga i-improve yung communication skills, then probably yung mga words niya is much more kanang terminologies na ginagamit basically sa communication, like day-to-day
Okay, ma'am.
communication. Okay, but anyway, it's very simple, short and concise. Very well done. Thank you so much, Christine. And you may now take the midterm exam, and you may now leave the Zoom meeting. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. All right, let's proceed. Let's now continue and have Coronel. Okay?
Ay, ma'am, pwede. Ma'am.
Oh, come on.
Ma'am.
Oh,
Ako sa kong summary, ma'am.
ha? Sige.
Wala pa na ako na summary. Akong kano, pwede niya na lang po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Ahaman po si...
Ako na ko na akong summary, ma'am.
Okay. Mansera.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's your turn.
Ma'am.
Ha?
Okay, mag-start ako, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, you may start now.
So, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is about a needs analysis of a student learning English language through online class. So, it is very relatable pag ni sa mua, ma'am. And also, it is kanang the present scenario bito karon, ma'am. It is relatable jud kayo. So, the learning objectives would be to acquire basic knowledge of the four skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Next, to encourage positive attitudes towards learning the language. Then, to help learners use English in a broad range of contexts. Then, last, to be able to manage themselves in English-speaking environment. So, my student is a female, and the skills she have is a fast learning trait. So, the needs her needs is technical help, which is the computers and the network connection. Next is the flexible and understanding instructors na puhon ay na feel na ko ay need yun siya sa every students, ma'am, kay bali kuan man gud, ma'am, as is kuan supposedly diba instructor man jud ko, if ana puhon na yun need ka na kanang bitong magkuan, ma'am, kanang marag
kanang bitong in terms of kanang assignment deadline bitaw ma'am. Kanang we need to kanang consider ta sa kanang problem sa students ma'am din. Next is the advanced first information. Then lastly is the motivation of the student. So the lesson that I will tackle will be lesson 1, the reteaching basic English. Kana ang subtopics na naman kay parts of speech, sentence structure. Then the lesson 2, reading comprehension. Then nananadira ang reading and pronunciation. Next, lesson 3, application. Nanadira ang essays, quizzes, and assignments. So wala ko nag-choose og kanang debate or role play because online class man siya. So kana lang akong gikuan nga application sa student. So the expectation of online class is a frequent communication with instructors. So kanang ang kuan jud niya ni ma'am kay murag expectation nga kanang communicate jud siya sa instructor sa every students para wala siya ma-miss na discussion bitaw sa kanang if mag-discuss magali ang teacher. So next is the minimally proficient in using technology. So kanang karon ma'am online class naman ta, so students would be kanang kuan bitaw dapat makabalo jud sila sa technology, sa software and hardware. So para kuan pud man para flexible pud ilahang kuan kanang pag-learn sa isa ka course. So my recommendations would be actively take note of new vocabulary. Then next, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Then give a long-term goal for a student na magyud na sila long-term goal. Then next, surround yourself in English. So example na is mag-learn ka, magtanaw pag kanang YouTube bitaw ma'am, kanang videos of kanang mag-English speaking, bitaw ma'am dayon kanang makig-communicate sa if okay kanang sa mga foreign kuan bitaw ma'am, mga foreigner ana pero wala na siya. Then next is most specialist motivate students motivate students by kanang dapat kanang we need to try our best to bitong maka-learn ang sa estudyante. So the conclusion, each student comes to class with certain learning experiences, expectations, and needs that have to be addressed. However, because the unknown makeup of online classes, the characteristics of students may be unclear, making it difficult to develop effective online learning. Therefore, to maximize the students' learning experiences, instructors need to be sensitive to diverse learning styles, needs, and expectations, and understand the online learning environment.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mary Ann. Okay, so it's a very general needs analysis, no? So, only that, masalaag lang tagamay. So, nakafocus na ta siya na ang problem, nag-focus na ta sa online class. So, basically, we have to also provide kanang recommendations po sa ato ang target situation, which is to learn the English language. And we have to be specific as well. So, may kadari nga to acquire basic for knowledge skills. And what kind of student is this again? Senior high school?
Female ma'am. Kuan ma'am,
What year level?
student college.
Okay, so basically what we have to improve in college is not necessarily the basic 4 macro skills, but the improvement of such. Okay, so basic sentence structure, parts of speech are not the focus anymore, but we have to be it's more on dealing with the kaano naman gud siya sa field naman gud siya. So while learning from your field of your study, you also have to develop at the same time kung lack gyud siya sa student in the first place. So that's why makabantay bitaw mo wala kay tay grammar nga mga kuan ron sa new core walay English 1, wala English 2, kay giwala na siya kay dili naman siya ang main concern sa college nga sa college curriculum. So we have to realign also our goals or our focus atong class. But anyway, it's a very short and concise needs analysis in relation to going through online class, and it's very important as well. You know what I can comment on this? Ako bitaw makasulti ni mag-struggle is real with online class. Although it's bad to say, bad siya in a way, kay harsh man siya. Kumakaingon na dyan na if you can't afford or if you can't, you're not capable of doing such, then don't push it. Magsakit rin ng dugo. No? But anyways, thank you so much, Mary Ann. You may now take the midterms exam and you may now leave the Zoom meeting. Thank you and see you on Monday. Bye. Okay. Coronel, are you here? No?
Wala si Coronel.
Okay. So who will go after? Sige na. Kaya ako pang kuan ang inyong mga kuan. Sige na everyone. Dili dyan mo ka-take og midterm. Dili mo mag-kuan. Unsa man. Kinsa sunod? Anybody? Who?
Name.
Please state your last name.
Dibangkiton, ma'am.
Dibangkiton. Kinsa pa? After Dibangkiton?
Haniyang.
Idaagon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kinsa pa after? Sige na, kay para ma-retrieve na ko ang inyong mga file. Hello? Ano man niya? Apil-apil lang sa meeting, di lang mag-present.
Mauyag.
Mauyag.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait lang, mauyag.
Mandato, ma'am.
Mangundato. Kinsa pa? Mauyag. Mangundato. Mora? Alright, so let's go start right away with Dibangkiton. Hi, Rani. Okay, I'm retrieving your file for a while, ha? Kadit lang kayo mag-loading kung mag-load siya. Assignment 16 ang title sa imong file, no? Right? As 16, is that correct? Ano, wala man yung mga title lang yun. Science. Alright, so let's start with Hirani. The Ibangkiton. Okay, I'm gonna take the floor, girl.
Need analysis job. The target is a nursing student wants to learn how to be fluent in English speaking. How to learners learn, adapting new language like English, to know more how to speak English. The learners taking course need, yes, money to work, help others, master in language. The learners, who are the learners? 23 years old, female, Tagalog. The need of the learners is to know more about English speaking, to know more how to be fluent in English speaking. When you want to work outside the country, for sure you need to learn how to speak English. Since you are dealing with speaking English patients, and of course, communication is very important between the patient and the caregiver, which is the nurse. Establishing rapport is one of the most essential elements you have to master in nursing when dealing with parents. Knowing how to communicate properly is important as a nurse. You are responsible for teaching, answering questions or documents, and the learner motivation is to achieve her needs to be maging fluent how to speak in English, and yes, it's one of her difficulties to construct or speaking in English. Yeah.
Okay, wala akong masaktan. But anyway, your student is a nursing graduating student. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and basically, what is the target needs that she may be able to?
So, the fluent ma'am, maging fluent ma'am sa speaking in English kay, di ba ma'am, when you sa work dito kay kung mag-abroad ka kay need jud
Oh,
mo nga makakuan og English kay katuray the only thing nga maki-communicate sa ila kay English jud.
okay. So what the target situation is for the student to be able to communicate in the workplace. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so we have to focus on communication in a certain places or certain instances, like for example in the workplace. Okay, all right. So it's very accurate, and though ang lacking lang ani niya dear is wala tay plan. I mean specific plans about, like for example what kind of lesson do you start? And how are you going to end this? Like for example, lesson one focus on first grammar, syntax, and so on, and then communication patterns and so on, and a mock situation or mock conversation, something like that. Okay. All right, but overall, it's okay. It's a very well detailed. Thank you so much, Hairani. You may not take the midterms exam, and then you may now leave the Zoom meeting right now. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am.
See you on Monday.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, chef.
All right. So, Coronel, are you ready? Coronel, are you ready? Dear. Hello.
Hey, ma'am.
Okay, please do start.
Ma'am. Ma'am, pwede raw niya i-pass, ma'am? Wala pa man guna ako na
Hindi
in-code.
na yung gipas. Saan mo napasa?
Akong summary, ma'am. Wala pa man gud ko na. Akong summary, ma'am.
Eh mo nga ning kuan? 18 years old.
Pwede ra, ma'am?
Sige daw.
Wala lang
Nalag.
ako summary. Yes,
Sige lang.
ma'am.
Sige lang. Okay, start now.
Okay ra, ma'am.
Oh, sige, start.
Asa naman to eh? Sige. My target situation is an 18-year-old student wants to learn how to speak fluent in English because she wants to become a social worker. So in teaching English is for study, for future career, or for the benefits of the students. So the medium that I use is speaking, writing, and reading, and also the channel is face to face. So the objectives of my teaching is to improve her speaking language and to widen her vocabulary. So sentence structures and the vocabulary concepts. So after the lesson is I will going to make an activities that can improve
enhance the English language of my students, like sharing ideas individual in front to develop their confidence on speaking English and also making composition to widen their vocabulary about the language. So also pod kanang I will give an opportunity to my student to kanang makuha niyang self-confidence man because also she want to become a social worker. And then at the end of the lesson, I will they will take an assessment in order to enhance their knowledge. So the outcome of my lesson, the outcome of this is to make my student become fluent in English and to enhance young self-confidence in communication to the others. Puntan ba?
All right. Okay. Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, very well. Thank you so much, Colonel. It's a very precise. So basically, it's enhancing communication skills, no? So we also have to take note, Genevieve, to identify the learning needs of the student. What is her previous knowledge or capabilities in the English language? Probably we don't have to go back from stage one, like develop like grammar, basta hindi ay kanang ulangon lang siya and so on. So we have to identify that as well. We have to be specific. That's why we did the needs analysis to be
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
identify the needs of the students, including their necessities, what do they need to learn, their wants, what do they want to learn, and their lacks, what do they don't have to be able to learn. Okay, and as well as unsay naa na nila para ma-adjust nato ang atong plan sa ato ang course or klase. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Genevieve. You may now take the midterms exam and you may now leave the Zoom meeting. See you on Monday. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so let's go on with Dida Agon. Are you there? Dida Agon, why are you not here? Mauyag. Okay, Mauyag.
Oh.
Will we start now?
Ay, ako?
Okay.
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 Start na, ma'am.
Okay, yes.
So, my analysis goes like this. My current situation is I do have a girl student, 20 years of age, and who taking off the education major Filipino, who has enough knowledge about the English language, but then she wants to improve her speaking skills and be fluent using English language. So, as a teacher, we wait lang, mama. So
Okay,
as a
go.
teacher, the main focus of learning, the main focus of a learning was to develop the skills of a learner and help the learners to build more confidence in speaking the language, especially in front of many people or interacting with other people. and then and then the the approach of the course, it should be we should approach the course in a good way. We have to enjoy every lecture and different kinds of activity in order to make the course easy to learn, diba? So in order to respond, kasi in order to respond the needs of the learners, we have to get their interest in attention, since learning and teaching the foreign language is one of the hard things to do. So that's why the content of every learning is very important in order to help the students to achieve their goals while thinking of the course. So I think as a teacher, the best thing that I could do for my student is to let them practice the language regularly in order where they could interact, they could express their feelings with their classmates or with other people.